chat for me.
Welcome back, guys. It's been a hot minute, and all I can say is I'm so happy to be back with you all. I am Zainab Ahmed Nafarke, as always, and this is Now You're Talking. So, today I have with me someone, well, this session is supposed to have happened like months back, but I'm glad we waited because I feel this is the right time. I'm so glad to have her here and let her introduce herself, if you may.
Okay, I'm Jiddah Yusuf Maman. I'm the CEO of Sugar Bee and also co-owner of Fasaha Cafe here in Kaduna.
Thank you for gracing our screens firstly, and honoring our invite, my invites, including my audience. So I said our invites.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So firstly, I'd like to definitely discuss the elephant in the room. That is the new notes, old notes issues. Do you feel it doesn't affect people that don't have money? Because I see posts everywhere saying, now who get money, get a problem with deadline and whatnot. So do you feel it's only people that have money it really affects?
Not really. I think it affects everybody because having deadlines, I just think it affects everybody, honestly. It doesn't have to be about money, irrespective of you having money or no money. So everybody needs to beat a deadline. Honestly, think the way they're talking about this deadline, about this currency deadline, and what not. I think it's just too just in your face all of a sudden because they should give us enough time to actually reel in back the old notes and put in the new notes, because even when you go to the banks you don't get new notes. The ATM don't dispense new notes. The POS don't dispense new notes. So I'm wondering, where do they expect us to get the new notes
from?
And when you
from
go to the market they don't accept notes, the old notes. So it has been actually stressful, but as of yesterday it has gotten better since they extended the deadline, to the 10th.
The 10th, yeah. And I hear POS, I've not experienced it yet. POS merchants are exploiting people because of it.
They are actually exploiting people, and they expect you to go to them. If you give them old notes, they won't collect it, but they expect you to collect old notes from them.
And they charge.
They do
per new notes.
Oh, really?
That's the exploitation. I just saw it yesterday. They charge per note. Like if you're getting, let's say 5,000, 20,000 or 100,000 naira, you pay 2,000 for new notes.
But already, Dama, if you're going to withdraw 10,000, they charge 100 naira.
What I mean is they charge extra for new notes because they're giving you new notes.
Everything is possible.
We are literally our own problem.
We are our own
Nigeria, we are in a trance. Everybody is mad.
We are
Everybody
our own
is
problem,
crazy.
honestly.
So today we're going to be discussing emotional labor in married women. Married women, in the sense that emotional labor affects mostly the women. It's not that it doesn't affect men at all, but the women take the most blows for emotional labor. Women are programmed to pay attention to their emotions more than men are. For instance, you might think of how to manage a relationship with your mother-in-law. That's for example. But how many men think of their relationship with your father with there are some that manage to do something, but most men they don't even try.
It's not necessary
And from the father also, it's not necessary.
because I
Okay.
think naturally men
Mm.
have that good rapport between them.
They
It's
don't
never
need
like
to.
how women we nitpick everything.
Mm.
So I think usually they don't find it necessary because they just have the natural rapport that
Mm.
comes from being men.
Mm.
That's honestly what I think about
Mm.
that.
And there are a lot of women who are crazy angry in marriages due to this emotional labor. No matter how much we try to hide it, you have so many people you're dealing with, from your husband to your family to his family to the gate man. In fact,
Everything.
to your neighbor's gate man. In fact, like there's so much going on
Yes.
when it comes to how women deal with emotions and people around them. Men would argue that they would agree to disagree. That no, they also have yes, they will think you're overdoing it.
Yes, they actually do.
They will think you're exaggerating every single person in your life.
Everything is exaggerated for men. Because I think what women face
Mm.
daily,
Mhm.
a man cannot face it for a second.
Exactly. Like big ups women.
Daily struggle of being a woman is just enough. And I think men don't really appreciate that
Mm-hmm.
because even taking care of the house, just the house alone, give
I
it to a
feel-
man for a day.
I feel even deciding what to
Wallahi,
cook
he
is
cannot
enough
survive.
emotional struggle.
Yes, it is actually.
That's why I feel women have this, like the level of their irritability is high these days. Women are
has to be.
it has because come to think of it, primarily women are in charge of the emotional climate in their household. And I would like to say that this dynamic is applies to most every if not every woman.
It applies to every single woman. I don't think there's a woman that will say that, okay, she, she does not have any stress happening in her life right now.
Mhm.
And honestly speaking, it goes always rich, poor, everybody is facing it. As long as you have a household that you are in charge of,
Mhm.
you have to face it.
Mhm.
Because
And I feel like if the woman of the house is not happy, then
nobody,
everybody is going through the shit hell she's going through in the house. I bet you. Hence,
even
happy,
if I'm not happy at
happy
home,
wife,
everybody
happy life.
knows that nobody can
Yes,
be happy until
yes,
things have been fixed
yes.
to the
You
way
have to
I
be
want it.
mentally healthy for for everyone to be fine because everyone depends on you
But
practically.
mental health, I think, is not really looked at properly
Mm-hmm.
in the north here.
Yes,
We take it
yes,
for granted, and what
yes.
we married women that take care of a household face, honestly, I think kudos to you.
So how often do you experience emotional conflict? We have to laugh because
I think it's
this
almost
is the air we
daily.
breathe.
It's actually daily, to be honest.
Yeah. So how do you go about it?
To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes angry,
Yeah.
I might have an outburst.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I keep quiet. I rarely
If you tell
cry
me you have,
nowadays.
if you tell me you have outbursts, I'll say no, you don't because you're too calm.
I'm actually not that calm when it comes. The thing
Sometimes
is,
you just get
I get
habit
so
up to here.
frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
and I think what makes us get angry and
Mm-hmm.
have the outburst is feeling underappreciated.
Yeah.
I actually think that is the. Well, let me tell you what actually happened. A few years back, I went through this emotional labor, as in really went through it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I used to feel like, okay, I have to protect my husband. Maybe he doesn't have, maybe I'm putting too much stress on him,
It's going
and it
round.
is not a nice feeling
Oh,
because you
I
feel
can
so
tell you that.
overwhelmed.
I can
So
tell you that.
I can remember, I think it was in Domino's Pizza. I just
Thank
broke down because
Oh my
he wasn't even
God.
in Abuja that time. I was in Abuja. I think he was in Lagos because he's a military man.
Mm.
So the burden of everything is mostly on the woman.
Yeah.
For us married to military men, we do everything. Mechanic, it's the woman.
Oh my God.
Generator, it's the woman. Everything, it's all about you doing it because sorry,
Sorry.
the husband is never around to do it. So I realized that I was putting so much stress on myself And I called him. I was like, I cannot do it again. I cannot do it anymore. I am just tired. I am drained. I can. And he kept apologizing. Sorry. He understands, as in he's the man. I should give it to him as it is. He can take it. Let me stop feeling like I need to be the.
You feel like you have to protect his ego.
Thank you very much.
You have to. You're like stepping on
And wallahi,
glasses.
I let go of that. Man, peace.
You have to teach me how to do
You
that.
need to let go of that, and you will have peace. Because now there's no more. Oh, I need to. I will share it with you. Let's face it together because I cannot do it alone anymore. Wallahi, I went through hell that time. So
sometimes you might want to say something to him, but you feel, this might touch his ego.
Now I say it.
Let me just maintain it.
But I think you get to a stage where you will say it to me because you are so overwhelmed and you feel like, I think I cried that day. And I don't really, I cried that day because I was just so tired. But after that, it felt much better.
So much emotional struggle. It's so not, and people tend to turn a blind eye to these things. It may seem as if you're crazy if you're talking about this to people, because
I don't think.
Do you think these are the issues we have in marriages that don't make them work?
I actually do think so, because most of the time we go into marriages pretending. Majority of people pretend in marriages. You think that, okay, you're going into a bubble, and then when you are not actually in a bubble, things go sour. Both the man thinks, okay, they have this impression that marriage is this Nollywood,
Hollywood,
Hausa film, Indian.
Indian.
I want some weird soya term that
okay,
I don't know. Weird soya that even when feeding the husband, some weird stuff that are actually very weird. And then Indian films,
films are
and
crazy.
It goes always, both the educated and non-educated people actually think that way.
But you can't even tell anybody, like, no matter how much you try to tell, just keep slowing down, there's a lot you haven't, they won't get it. If you could have told me that, I'd be like, please, you don't use your reggae to spoil my blues. Let me enjoy my moments. You have to, these things are like, you have to experience them firsthand.
But
how do you think we, as women, we can overcome emotional labor?
Can we?
We can't. So how do we manage it? Like, what do you do to de-stress?
I think maybe having time to yourself. Always get that maybe 1 hour that you have to just yourself. No child, nobody, no husband. Just have time for yourself. I think it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Just having that
you have to take
quiet,
care of yourself.
Maybe even 30 minutes to yourself will go a long way.
Because it takes only a mentally healthy person to take care of even one person, let alone a household. Assuming there's a man here, there is a man here. What advice would you give men on how to handle, like, their wife's emotional exhaustion?
I think they should be more understanding. Let them not think that she's pretending or just making it look like, okay, I want attention.
She's exaggerating.
I want attention. Just taking care of one child is enough to stress you out. Talk less of maybe some that have children that are just almost the same age, just maybe a year and a half apart. I think it's mentally draining. So I think they should be more empathetic. I think empathy, men don't lack it a bit. So I think that's where they need to come in and help in where they can. Maybe sometimes take the child out and give the mom a bit of time. To be on
book her those mani-pedis, massages, if you can do it yourself. Just let her de-stress. Anything to let her de-stress.
Even 30 minutes.
And just say thank you. They didn't even say thank you.
They expect it from you.
Two words. Thank you.
No, I appreciate being appreciated. Actually. Saying thank you goes a long way.
Because they also want you to appreciate them. Because sometimes when I come off as they are also not enough, but they will tell you. For them, they find it easy.
Yeah, I'm an asset to you.
Yeah.
So I think when you have this rapport with your husband, and he understands you, go.
Mm.
And wallahi, it gets to a stage whereby you will understand each other.
Mhm.
But if you keep swallowing it,
Mhm.
it
The
will reach
day
a
you
stage,
would,
you will explode, and some things that will come out of your
you
mouth,
won't even know.
you won't want it.
So say,
So,
okay.
and I think men should actually appreciate women, especially now that women are always hustling, going up and down, and it's just to help him. It's not like
Yes.
I'm doing it for myself,
Yes.
going to buy new clothes. No, it's actually to help
Yes.
balance the financial
Yes.
situation.
Because our mothers didn't do that.
And they had
My mom
everything.
was chilling.
My mom
Was
also, and she's still chilling.
a lot of exactly, and
So,
here we are
but
today.
you're here in the kitchen, maybe you run a restaurant, I run a restaurant. We're always there, seeing what is happening, all just so that we can actually get the money to
And wallahi,
live the
if
life
you
we
give
want
them
to
a
live.
day of your life, they can't
They
take
can't.
it.
Wallahi, they can't.
They can't. They will tell you, I need my inagi. They are so much into the organizational structure
Yes.
of the
Is it
marriage.
organized? It's more like
Financial
structure, not
not even the organizational
no,
one.
nothing
Because how many people would
organizational
help
about
you?
that, but
How many people would help
financially
you wash your dishes?
and take care of the child.
The little things.
And I think all those, you make the bed, you wash the toilet, fix the kitchen. And some people don't even have help. They do everything, take the
Yes.
child to school.
That is me at the
Go
moment.
to work.
That is me at the moment.
I will die. I can't.
Guys, we've heard the advice to women and men. Now we're going to do, this is a new segment on the show. It's a rapid fire, it's a game, a rapid
Okay.
fire session. So it's a this or that
Okay.
question, but you can't think. It has to just come sharply. So pepperoni pizza or cheese pizza?
Cheese pizza.
Call or text?
Text.
Ice cream in a cone or in a dish?
Cone.
Giving gifts or receiving gifts?
Given.
Smoothies or milkshakes?
Milkshake.
Lipstick or lip gloss?
Lipstick.
Bake a cake or buy a cake?
Bake a cake.
Really? Sand or snow?
Sand.
Chicken nuggets or hot dog?
Chicken nuggets.
Circles or squares?
Circle.
Real flowers, receiving real flowers or money flowers?
Money flowers.
Exactly. You answered, I would answer the same, all three. But receiving gifts, no, yes, giving gifts. I think it's more fulfilling.
It's much more fulfilling.
Especially when you go to sort the gifts out yourself and
see the shock.
Yes, on someone's face. But receiving gifts, you might not necessarily like what you get. Just be like, thank you. You'd appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yes. So, guys, it's a wrap, and I really, really enjoyed it. It is a good welcome back episode. Very, very interesting. I had a swell time. I'm sure you did too. Did you?
I had so much fun.
So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much
for having me.
We're looking forward to having more sessions like this. Definitely, we're going to get you back. Inshallah. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time.